Okay, Doug Pelfrey is here with us tonight as Richard Skinner works his way back from Indianapolis. Doug, you saw the poll question. What concerns you most right now? Is it all the injuries with seemingly no end in sight? Is it Vontaze Burfict continuing to take himself out of football games by leading with his helmet? Is it play calling, either side of the football, or not concerned just yet?
Well, you know I'm Mr. Positive, so if I said I'm not concerned at all, I think everybody would think I'm nuts. So I'm not going to go with that. And somebody like Skinny would love tonight because, I mean, this team, there's a lot going on. We're definitely reeling. But, you know, to me, I'm probably most concerned for Vontaze Burfict, him personally. But as far as this team, it's just all the injuries. Because to me, I mean, you watch today, Andrew Luck threw the ball to 8 or 9 different receivers. You know, got them all involved. Andy tried to do that today for us, but we only had 4 or 5 guys that caught passes because we dropped so many and we ran bad routes. We didn't have enough time. So the injuries, I think, just the total turmoil we're in right now, I think that is a problem. You're
missing 2 starting receivers from last season. Mo Sanu can then draw all of the attention from everybody in the passing game and the pass defense. So this is the byproduct of that. And that's the end result.
I think you can see that, and you know, Gio got blown up 2 or 3 times today. I think you can see that in the fact that Jermaine Gresham is one of your top receivers right now. You know, we're just we're not to say we're not a good team because we really are, but you know they're getting too much pressure. I mean, they had they'd already had Mathis out on injuries. They had 93 went out early with the ejection. And they still got pressure on us. And, you know, to me, I was concerned Andre Smith didn't play well today. You know, I look at it. I look at the defense. I think defensive line-wise, we're getting pressure. We're getting up the field. I think our DBs are good enough. And then you get a chance for an interception, and, you know, 29, he just lets it go. So, you know, and
would have been pick six.
That's pick six, and that's a whole different team. You know, special teams-wise, you know, we get the down on the very first drive, and his foot goes on the line. That just kind of the day just kind of summed it up.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about Vontaze Burfict. You have to believe that the Bengals coaching staff is trying to coach this out of him as far as leading with the helmet. Is he just not caring? Is he not getting it? Is it just his instincts taking over in the heat of a football game?
To me, it's his instincts. It's just how he plays. It's what we all like so much about him. This is how he flies around. He makes plays. He's always around the ball. He's an exciting player. He brings a lot of energy to this defense. But to me, that's the same thing that's leading to his demise. And you know, he's really not going to play more than another year or 2 if he doesn't change things. And it may be that he's waiting.
Doug, let me interrupt you.
Yes.
He's not going to walk off the field if he doesn't change things, and that's why we hate to harp on it. But for his own good, we're concerned.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. I'm most concerned for him. I was blown away by Marvin's comments this week because I'm sure it is a topic in the media. But to me, this guy's going to get hurt, and it's going to be, even if it's not that he gets paralyzed, he's going to have ramifications for the next 20, 30 years. I mean, I'm telling you, this guy, you know, to me, it's the biggest analogy I can think is Friday night fights. And you watch a guy that's just getting pummeled, and everybody's sitting there like, throw the towel. Somebody step in. And they just keep letting him get hit. This guy needs to sit for the next month or 2 or sit out the rest of the year. And I know it's going to hurt us. I mean, it's not in our best interest as a team and as the Cincinnati Bengals for him to sit out. But I'm telling you right now, the guy, it's every game one big hit, and every tackle he leads with his head. So it's going to continue to be a recurring problem.
Okay, you've been on some teams that have struggled. What's the best way now for this team to get some traction, regain its footing, and be the team it was when it was 3-0 before that Sunday night in New England?
I'm the lost doctor. I've played on 15 losing teams in my career. Now, you know, to me, to me, when you go through turmoil like this, when you go through tough times, I think that's what you see what's in it, and I think that's where we're actually going to be okay. We're going to weather the storm because I think we have good leadership. I think Marvin Lewis is an excellent coach. I think there's a lot of good things in place in that locker room. Guys like Pecco, and you know, there's just a lot of good guys in that locker room. At the same time, I think it's going to go back to everybody doing what they're supposed to do, not starting pointing fingers, not coming unraveled, not starting to think, well, you know, this season's lost and giving up and listening to everybody. So to me, they've got to come together. The whole proverbial come together and kind of turn it around is really what they've got to do.
Okay, you cannot win a division championship in October. We know that. You can lose one though. I hate to say make or break, but the Ravens come in here next week. They're 5-2. They've won 5 out of their last 6. They are now in first place. It's not make or break next weekend, but it's pretty big, is it not?
It's always big. You always want to try to sweep your own division, and to me, I think we have a chance with Cleveland. Even though Cleveland's doing pretty well this year, I think Pittsburgh's down this year, and I do think the Ravens are hot right now. I like the fact that we're playing them here. If we were going up there, I'd be really concerned.
Right.
I'm definitely concerned, them even coming here next week. But I definitely think we'll have our shots. The good thing, even with all the injuries, we're not typically going to go into a game where we're not as good as the other team, and our crowd's going to have to be big. Hopefully hopefully we'll get some breaks that we didn't get today, and we can turn this thing around.
All right, Doug Pelfrey, thanks so much. We
Hey,
appreciate it tonight.
Sure.